Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Sherry Cameron from the Pathway to More, and I am excited to bring to you my very first More Moments. Now, what are More Moments? More Moments will be short videos where I share with you stories, tips, discussions, thoughts, teachings, lessons that I have learned in my life, both as a practitioner and as a master life coach, and just a liver of life on how to unlock your limitless potential, how to live an inspired life, how to tap into something that's something more that you've been longing for, how to awaken that genuine you and create the unique impact or create the unique difference that only you can create in the world. So my first video, I'll be sharing a little bit about me and my story. So stick around. Hello again and welcome. My name is Sherry Cameron, and I am so thrilled to have you here at my very first More Moments. I thought it would take just a few minutes on this first session and share a little bit with you about who I am, what my heart is, and why I'm doing these More Moment sessions. So I want to start by saying that, I started out my self-discovery journey really moving down the path of doing all the things that I was supposed to, or that I felt I was supposed to do. So, getting the good corporate job, getting married, right? Having the children, getting the dog, getting the white picket fence, buying the home, all those things. And somewhere along the way, even though everything looks successful on the outside, I really would go home at night and just feel that something was so missing and that I was longing for something more. And I didn't know what that was. And so I really felt so unauthentic because I would go out with friends, or I would go to my work, and in front of my colleagues, I would always put on the mask of having my shit together, right? Always the mask of having my shit together. But then going home and feeling overwhelmed and panicked and frustrated and sad and just longing for more and not really understanding what's wrong. And then it became, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I not happy? What's wrong with me? And so really that took me down the path of really complete overwhelm. At that time, I was married to my first husband. The marriage was dissolving, things were falling apart, and I was actually diagnosed with general anxiety disorder at the time. Now, at that time, I didn't even know what that was and what that meant. But as I started to investigate and learn more about myself and learn more about what was going on, I started to realize that all the answers, were not out there. They were all within me. I started to learn that, there was nothing wrong with me. There was nothing that needed to be fixed. I always thought if I could just get there, not really knowing what there was, but if I could just get there, things would get better. Or if I could just, do all the things to then arrive at happiness, that everything would be perfect. I remember people saying to me, and really having this feeling that I just don't have any sense of purpose. I'm not really sure what I'm meant to do or who I'm meant to be. I feel a little bit like it's my turn, but my turn for what? And, I can remember people saying to me, yeah, but don't worry, you're a mom, and feeling such frustration because it's like, yes, I'm a mom and I'm a good mom, but I'm so much more. than only a mom. But what is that more? What was that more that I was longing for? I didn't know. And so that caused me so much heartache, so much overwhelm, so much stress, right? Always looking after everyone else, always doing all the things, always putting on the mask of I have my shit together. But then, going home, putting my head on the pillow and going, I don't have it together, right? There's got to be something more. Something's not right. But I can never quite put my finger on it. And even as I started to think about different things, well, maybe it's in this direction, maybe it's in that direction, then fear of failure, fear of change. Yikes, if I completely, take a different path, what's going to happen? What are people going to think of me? What if I fail? What if I'm rejected? What if I'm rejected by my family? What if I'm rejected by my husband? And just really going, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I actually worthy to even entertain some of these ideas? And so I look at my general anxiety disorder now at that time as an absolute gift, because it was the thing that really led me down the path of starting to tap into who I really am and who I really was. And so that's been the biggest gift of my life. And so with this story, I really have come to this place where I absolutely love to support people in tapping into themselves, into realizing that, all the answers and all the stones you're trying to turn over and find yourself, they're not out there, that they are absolutely in here. And I'm here to tell you and share with you that you matter. What you think matters, who you are matters. And there is nothing wrong with who you are and how you are. And that the answers, again, are not out there. They're all in here. And you can have that sense of purpose, and that sense of value, and you can feel safe. You can feel heard, and you can feel at peace. And you can quiet that constant inner critic that's nagging at you 24/7 in your mind. And that's all possible. And again, in these More Moment sessions, I'll be sharing with you lots of the tips, ideas, teachings, learnings, just stories that have shaped who I am and who I've become, and where I've come to a place to love who I am. And that's not to say that I don't still have struggles and I don't still have moments, but they're so much more short-lived. I have so much more joy, so much more happiness in my life now. And I accept myself wholeheartedly for who I am, where I am, how I am, and completely love myself. And it certainly wasn't always that way. And so in these sessions, I'll be sharing with you again tips, tricks, ideas, teaching, stories, discussions around ideas that may just make you tap into a little bit more of who you are and find that beautiful, unique, genuine you, so that you can step into who you authentically are, and you can create the difference and the impact that only you can make in this world. So thank you for being with me. I'm going to be very excited to be sharing with you some of the things that I think will support you in your journey toward your pathway to more. Thank you. And I'm excited to be sharing with you moving forward. We'll see you soon.